previously, we managed to see 9 Pandas be able to beat Team Liquid's Gyrocopter. This time round, Team Spirit, they also want a bit of a challenge. They let it through, and we're going to see if they can tackle Dota2, Gaming Gladiators Gyrocopter. This time round, there's no Warlock in the
No
fight.
Warlock. It's still a cool approach, though. They have, I like both drafts. This one's I'm most torn for. I'm not sure whose draft I like more. I mean, Gaming's, they've got a very comfortable one. They've got, it's not just Dota2 playing Gyro, right? It's the thing that makes so much focus onto it. People sometimes forget about the Ace Beastmaster. This guy carries from the offlane on this, and you've got a Quinn Puck, which he gets the last pick versus this Invoker. Has silence that he has to worry about, but oh my goodness, looks like we got a big fight.
Both teams seem interested in fighting this. We'll see who's going to be able to come out on top of there. Good charge forward for a collapse across pretty much the entirety of the 4 of them. Tofu's getting low, and he'll be the first to fall. First blood for Collapse, as he'll take him down. Gaming Gladiators, they'll get a double for celery, in fact, in return, as they take out both Collapse and Meposhka. So Team Spirit, they secure first blood, but they give up a couple of heroes.
Duraccio's just going to have to go all the way back to base.
Celery's still low.
Maybe Yatoro. Celery looks like he's probably dead.
Yeah, Team Spirit, they're going to be able to get a second kill in return. So
and
2
Laurel
for 2, and Spirit, they're the ones that got the first blood out of that.
It's a big deal that Laurel gets this kill. Now he's got, because Quinn did not get either, right? So Quinn...
No, Celery got the double for Gladiators.
Yep, so Laurel, he should have a very good time in this mid matchup. Sometimes the Puck can have a slight advantage overall, but now with these new Invokers, you should be fine. And now that he gets this kill, he should be able to get himself a quick early purchase. That was crazy. What was that, a 5-man charge, 5-man wave of terror, and still somehow Spirit wasn't the one to get the 2 kills at the start. I thought they were going to get more. Just curious the range. Nicely done from Laurel.
So overall, which sort of way are you feeling on this one? You know, is the gyro potential of Gaming Gladiators just a bit too strong, or are you looking at Spirit's lineup and their approach is making a lot of sense?
Probably the Gyro's just a little too strong, but I don't know, I'm like maybe like 2%. I don't know, it's super small, I guess, the favor that I'll be giving. The one thing that I do think that they do have is the ways to really hurt Yatoro a lot. Sure. Especially this lane bottom, it's a lot of spam. Is this a fun, safe lane for him? Not so much. He doesn't have the heal sustain or anything like that, so it's going to be obnoxious for Yatoro right off the bat. And in the mid game and stuff like that, I know Kevin brought some attention to it. Yes, there's going to be Tornado to dispel and stuff like that, but there's going to be these extra buff-ups that he's going to have to go through. The tree armor, that's always going to be put out, and him getting Fade Bolted for his damage reduction, so we'll see how he handles it. He also has a lot of things that are buffing himself, right? We've got the Venge, we've got the Invoker with the Alacrity eventually too for Yatoro, so we'll see how it all plays out. I like their draft, but you know, it's tough to always go versus Gaming in a lot of situations.
And how do you expect to see the top lane unfold? Is it a safe spot for Duracho, or can they threaten the Gyro during this laning stage?
They can threaten. It's a very, very strong lane. Tofu also might just be dead here.
The Metamorphosis with the Reflection. Ooh, he's got the stick charges and the Fairy Fire.
They got him.
It won't save him. Yatoro able to take down the Rubik, get himself a kill.
Yep, and he actually has a ton of regen. Didn't actually notice that at the start, but he brought himself an extra salve at the start, so he's actually not really getting slowed down. So looks like the 3 lanes looking pretty damn good here for Team Spirit. And Laurel off to a very hot one. Look at this, 12 and 7. Goes for the early brace. To, I mean, his base damage advantage is probably ridiculous over the Puck. It's what, 15 or so?
Quite a bit super nice.
Yeah. And Lacoste said it, right? Laurel, he's really been... Honestly, he stepped it up so much. In Lima, I had some concerns about him. I think they were also putting on heroes like his Snapfire and stuff, which I didn't really like. He has been killing it these last few months.
One of these sort of mid heroes that we could certainly see an Invoker take over a game.
Absolutely. I mean, if he gets good levels, there's so much you can do. Besides just your own aggressive potential, but just buffing up your cores, finding kill threats on the other sides of the map is another one, Celery.
I should be able to get him here. I'm trying to heal up with the Seed, but he's gone. Too much damage here with the Trample from Collapse.
Nicely done. Love watching Primal Beast. Even though they picked it into the Rubik, which we're going to see, of course, the exchange of spells kind of going back and forth. I think this hero is absolutely amazing. He's just so tanky. You have so many cool item builds. If he wants to go down the route of like these blade mills and stuff, he can. I think you can do so much as this hero. Especially these specialists, the guys that are just, you can tell how much they've played it. They do all the special little tricks on it. Glad to see that Collapse is playing it. And my God, mid is a beatdown, Owen.
I was going to say that the difference is only growing between these two here, Lyle and Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, the old
he's got as many denies as Quinn had CS just now.
The old puck used to beat the Invokers, but now the Invokers is just the stats and, of course, him getting that kill.
Yeah.
It's just enabled him so much. This base damage advantage. It just continues to be like, yes, 16 base damage.
Oh, this is going to be quite the beginning for the Invoker. I mean, and for Quinn, having a slow start in the mid. You look at the side lanes, this is a game where once the 6 is there, there's some easy sort of kill potential for early rotations on the puck.
He might feel needed to do it, honestly, to just try to make sure that Dyrachyo has a good time. Speaking of Dyrachyo collapse, he's got the stick. He should be all right.
Dyrachyo can get a few hits in under the tower.
Oh, that's crazy.
He does not want to dive this. And Collapse is salving up.
I was like, I checked, I was like, oh, is it level 2 barrage? Then maybe, but level 1 barrage.
That's not doing a whole lot.
Nah, it's kind of tickling. But yeah, definite kill threats, I would say, on the side lanes, if Quinn would like to rotate once you get to
Overall, though, just Spirit, these lanes, all 3 of them, looking very, very hot here off the start of this one, Spirit.
Yeah, I thought perhaps Yatoro would get slowed down a little bit,
Dyrachyo.
but just that extra regen it's more than enough, and honestly, definitely feeling a bit of that nerf.
He's got to walk back to base, I think, Dyrachyo. They don't have the tools and the consumables to keep him up here.
Quinn and Dyrachyo both have to go back.
This is, pretty
brutal.
Pretty big domination on the laning front.
They even,
from Team Spirit.
Bottom, Yatoro's actually just dodging the axes now at this point, so he's just fine. They can't actually spam him down whatsoever. So, yeah, maybe just the nerfs, of course, that we saw from Fade Bolt as well, too, coming into play. Instead of 14% damage reduction, that 5%, it's pretty pathetic early on versus something like that, TB. All 3 lanes looking hot.
Yeah, they are crushing this early game.
Laurel,
again, in this mid, once again, he's as many denies as Quinn has last hits. 31 to 16 to the 16-1 for a moment there.
And he could even be the one that gets more active because he's Quasquex. He's got Urn already finished up, so he could look to move around quick.
And Maposhka is trying to set up something here. They do find him, but they don't quite finish him off. Mirror and Collapse are ready to back him up, and it ends up just being a bit of a bait. Maposhka stands there, baits in the attention of the 2 of them. It ends up costing Celery his life.
And the thing is, too, is they probably identify that it's level 2 barrage. When you see that damage, like, all right.
Well, that looks like it's going to be a bit too much. They don't want to go in quite into the tower for Dyrachyo, but
when you go for this build, though, on the Gyro, you're looking to kind of like push these people out of lane and have this extra damage. The fact that he's not kind of is a big deal. Now his Flak's going to be lower level, doesn't have stats to be able to farm as effectively either, so this could cause some extra effect onto Gaming Gladiators.
He's stepping pretty far down the lane of Dyrachyo.
There's still a Venge in the area.
Yeah, they can swing back over and try for another attempt to this. They've got to bring him back up, Gaming Gladiators. TP's going to be coming in. They cannot let Spirit get away with this aggression on towards the Dyrachyo carry. They've got to protect their Gyrocopter.
Nice deny there, Mira. Dyrachyo is actually the lowest in last hits on his team. Lowest in farm as well, too. You're seeing reflected there.
A prize.
2K lead, pre-7 minutes. Pretty huge stuff. And Collapse, I mean, this is a fair bit of damage he's getting.
A huge amount.
He actually just gets him. Tofu doesn't get the lift off.
Oh my goodness, he shouldn't be down like that, Fogged.
Oh,
that is not the way you want to be going down. You had your 2 supports by your side. I don't know who's going to be screaming at who in that situation. It's the support screaming at the carry screaming at the supports. Falling apart in this top lane, Gaming Gladiators.
Collapse now also, you see these points in the barrage. Okay, I mean, it's already one of the best Blade Mill builders in the game. I think we see that constantly. He's just going face forward Blade Mill. It's a pretty damn good game for it. He's off to an explosive start.
All 3 lanes. Team Spirit. I mean, as was said, when there's a lot of money on the line, they turn it up. In this tournament, 1 week, $1 million prize pool.
True.
You're going to see them bring out the good stuff here, Team Spirit, and we're certainly getting that in this first 7 minutes.
I'm most surprised, really, at top, at how well that lane has gone versus the tree plus the gyro. They've just completely dismantled it. Yeah, this pick is Primal, looking perfect, Laurel. Now setting up onto mid.
Quinn's used the orb. Used the orb to try and clear the way. The Ancient Steel's out. He's going to have the orb back up again in a second. Cold snap. He's going to attempt to jump away. Collapse going to try and cut him off. It's not even necessary. Mira finishes off Quinn. Another kill for Spirit.
And look at these rotations.
Maposhka's coming in from the side. He knows that Tofu was going to be there in the trees trying to set up to help Quinn out. Quinn's already dead, of course. Tofu's got no one to help. Can't help himself. Another kill for Spirit.
What team play. They came ready. They came super ready today. This Vessel's going to be out in no time here for Laurel. They've already broken all 3 lanes. It's going to be up to Ace, right? It does feel like now a lot of that pressure in the mid game, this Beastmaster's going to try to recover things because the puck, he was picked into a Skywrath as well, too. So if this puck does get off to a slow start, which he now is, this silence is going to prove to be very problematic for Quinn. 8-2. Couldn't ask for a better start there for Team Spirit, I don't think.
The Gladiators is going to bring the numbers down bottom.
So is Spirit. Look at this.
Respawns. Should be able to get Miposhka. Yeah, not a chance for the Venge. Caught alone in the river. Quick catch here from Quinn, but of course got to give them the information to get Lal and Jotaro safely away from Quinn's rotation bottom. Should just be the support getting caught, no one else.
At this point now, though, you know, Jiracho, he constantly has to show himself if he wants to farm in lane or whatever. Taro's just jungling, and he's just going to send illusions and stuff while his team is just going around making plays. I mean, Laurel,
living armor.
The living armor does save.
Is indeed going to keep him alive.
Nicely done.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's going to be tough for them to pressure this TV now at this point, and just to find him even. Well, Duracho, it feels like for him, he could be constantly under the gun. Like, I'm just watching Collapse. Anytime that I see him near this gyrocopter, there's definitely that kill threat. And keeping themselves parked around the mid area, they want us to keep whittling down this tower.
Yeah, it's a bit scary to step up around this tier 1 if you're gaming Gladiators. Celery's going to get caught. Magic Missile into the Cold Snap BMP. Too much damage for anyone to survive through at this stage of the game.
He doesn't even get the living armor off onto the tower before he dies, so they could look to get a little bit of damage onto this here with Laurel. These two supports, I mean, look at them. Miposhka.
Yeah, they're killers.
They just keep making moves. And great aggressive vision, too. They're playing so fast in the lanes that you don't even see a moment when they got time to place this, but they're watching the Ancients and they're watching the hard camp area. So Duracho, he really only has the top side to farm right now that's safe.
Yeah, he's just got to sort of hug that wall of the map.
Yeah. And looking at, just sitting around the mid lane. They know that their other lanes look great, and they're starting to collapse. Here comes this Primal Beast. Taro even just walking in and taking this Ancient area since they have this very aggressive ward that they placed from earlier.
I mean, gaming Gladiators bully Spirit out at that part of the map, or Spirit just free to do what they want there?
I think even with 5, they get pushed out. I don't think they have the damage to just deal with even just the Primal Beast at this point.
Celery, he's stepping up. He's going to be found. Ancient Seal into the grabber, collapse. We'll be able to put it to a stop with the telekinesis. The Celery will be saved.
Vessel done already. 3k lead. Keeping the catapult alive here. Collapse tanking with his shield rune. I mean, yeah, they still have the catapult. They're gonna be able to get this whole tower here.
And they've got the Dream Coil, of course, but even with the setup from Quinn, it's hard to sort of see the damage numbers being high enough to take down some of these heroes, especially these cores.
I mean,
Collapse.
Collapse has 1600 HP, and he's got the occult bracelet, so 5% extra magic resist. All these things add up.
On the mid.
Level 4 Rubik.
Too far of a step up there from Tofu. He's out. The Vessel will finish him off. The coil's there. Amira and Lal happily, easily able to snap it straight away, knowing there's no follow-up and there's no further damage. Spirit, they get a kill and they walk away.
I mean, now it's a roar that was used to disengage bottom, a coil to kind of disengage. I mean, gaming.
Oh, I'm
They're getting smashed.
In with the tumbler swap here. On towards Quinn. Gets the Ancient Seal from Mira. There's the silence. There's the kill.
Oh,
they weren't ready for that one. Miposhka with a cute little bump forward with the toy.
Oh, and this could be a fairly quick one. They're just putting so much pressure. It's who's going to recover things, really. Everyone's just kind of struggling on the side of gaming. Ace is kind of pushed to the jungle, too. His net worth doesn't look so bad, but they're not doing anything on the map.
They are able to walk into the jungle, and Duracho, he's got no one around to help him.
Another one. Oh, yep.
This is getting pretty crazy here. Spirit on absolute top form.
12-3. There's just no breathing room. Like, look at how fast they're just swinging across the map. And when you get these early towers, too, you're playing versus Treant Protector.
Tofu.
It's everything.
Should be able to live. I mean, depends how much Lal's able to...
He's trying to bait him.
Poking in onto him. Tornado to hold back the two of them. Tofu's going to get low. Will live. That's still not a fun place to play this mid lane. And, yeah, we're seeing the supports barely able to show up and get some XP from these waves.
When was the last time you saw Tofu, level 4, at almost 13 minutes? I feel like I haven't seen this almost ever for gaming Gladiators.
Definitely one of the toughest starts Tofu's had in a while.
Quick little pause. Let the salt seep in. 12-3. It's only 12 minutes in. They're a kill a minute. They've gotten tier 1 mid. They're just constantly looking for these aggressive plays.
This
aggressive ward.
Tumbler's toy into the swap, closing the gap on Quinn. Immediate Ancient Seal to follow things up. And yeah, definitely one of the reasons in play that we're seeing why you yourself, you were a little concerned when Puck was picked into Skywrath.
The Puck versus Skywrath one is the concern. And also, it used to be a counter versus Invoker before it was universal in the lane. You know, nowadays, does feel quite a bit harder. But Quinn must have seen something that he thought was better for it, but so far, they're putting so much attention.
Yeah.
Look at this play.
Yeah. Tumblers, swap into immediate silence. You can't do anything as a Puck against that.
I am a huge fan of the slow motion tumbler noise. Did you hear it? That was nice.
I don't think Quinn's as much of a fan.
No, probably not.
Not having an easy time here on the Puck this game.
Level 6 is hit. They already killed Tofu though, and Laurel.
I mean, he can just walk away from this.
Looks like it. There's a
There's
roar.
a roar.
Let's see.
Are they killing this Invoker though? Lars opening the ice wall off. He's going to get swapped back to safety. Pushes back Ace with the deafening blast. They're able to walk away. In Gaming Gladiators, they just don't have the means to get the kills, even with their ultimates, when they're playing from behind at this stage of the game.
And all the meanwhile, where's Jotaro? He's just chilling. The absolute freest game ever. He almost has his Manta done. The tree just hit 6. Like, Overgrowth's already going to be addressed. This is just Spirit on all cylinders.
They're going to keep going.
Yep, they're looking for more. I mean, Collapse, he's got his Blade Mail already finished up. He's so tanky. Even if they commit everything onto him, he might survive and just kill a couple of heroes.
See what they can get. No swap, of course, still calling out for 20 seconds, but you know, Magic Missile into Ancient Seal and Mystic Flare, that will get the job done on anyone. Tofu, he's up to the creep wave.
Still, okay, he does find his 6. But
They get him. Another kill for Collapse.
they wanted to perhaps try to steal that Wisdom Rune, but it was already taken, as we saw there for Tofu. Does have the 6, but now actually another deep aggressive ward. This is the 3rd one that they've placed down these first 15.
Swat's back up. They don't want to try and commit onto Ace. They will respect the fact that he's got a decent amount of HP and stats with the Ags done.
He's the strong one. He's the one that they kind of have to have some small concerns about right now, but those concerns, I would say, are pretty small.
I mean, if they can get Collapse in as well, the 3 of them can definitely take Ace down.
I mean, they've got Laurel on the
Found
side
Laurel
here.
on the side. Can they finish this Invoker off? He's got the EMP down. Spirit Vessel thrown down on towards Quinn, and here's the back of a Collapse. He just goes straight across, and he's able to grab Quinn. He's going to get healed up a little bit by the living armor, but it will not save him. Quinn's out again.
They just don't have the damage to go for anybody. They're all split up. Hey, Spirit's just cruising 16-3. A nice steal, a very needed one too, but a 7k gold lead as this Terrorblade just free farm. Duracho getting some space, but as we've seen, they have a lot of answers for him, and there's this Blade Mail Primal Beast that's gonna have his number.
How do Gaming Gladiators set up any sort of play from this sort of position?
Right now it's just difficult also because there's this vision that's been placed from Spirit. I think they finally did get that ward that was placed behind, but in order for them to kind of counteract, they have to have the numbers, and they need probably 2 more numbers every single time than Spirit at this moment, and they might still not be able to kill heroes.
An incredibly difficult position for Gaming Gladiators to play from. And Poshka, he's looking for the setup here. Wave of Terror's up. Ace will manage to get the turn here as he goes for the roar, but the swap was saved for defensive maneuvers. Gets Collapse out of there, and they blow up Ace with the Mystic Flare.
And he's
going forward as well. I mean, great sort of control, great plays there from Poshka. You know, not using the swap initially to make an aggressive play, knowing there's going to be a chance it's needed defensively. He plays it perfect, waits it out, saves his teammate, makes sure they get the kill regardless, and nobody on Team Spirit goes down.
Yeah, he doesn't have to rush it, right? He's just looking. He's like, my Primal has 2,300 HP. Like, I'm going to take my time. Boom.
Yeah, really good spell usage there from Poshka.
I mean, this is one of the more flawless games I think I've seen in quite some time, especially from Spirit. This is picture perfect. Look at this TB's farm. He hasn't been touched this game. And Duracho, he has been. Duracho's been very much so slowed down. He's had to go for like the max barrage build, which it's not usually something you want to do. You usually see a lot of these guys just having stats on the gyrocopters. So you can get that big farm rate and everything, but yeah, it hasn't worked out for him at all yet. And how's this item timing for Collapse? I mean, he's got the BKB done. I was thinking like perhaps they can catch him pre-BKB on this Primal Beast, but he's already gonna have it finished now. It's so early.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I like the build from Mira this game. I think we still see a couple times teams deviate, like especially even versus like the pucks not having the max silence, but I think in this game, when he's the full one to address the puck, we're seeing how much he's doing. 4 points in Ancient Seal. He's chilling. Yeah, bots Midas on Laurel. Gonna continue scaling.
Phenomenal game from him.
Yeah.
Crushed Quinn in the mid, and yeah, has not slowed down since. 4-0-6. Perfect Invoker gameplay.
And they're ready to hit. BKB on Primal. How long on TB meta? 30 seconds. So they can look to collapse with Collapse, get it some kills, and then perhaps they can even just set up for a Roshan relatively soon if they do swing toward that top side.
I mean, honestly, for Gladiators, if they catch any sort of wind of this move coming for them, they've just got to run. They do not want to do anything around this potential Spirit
Quinn.
items. There's the jump forward. Will this time manage to be able to react quick enough with a phase shift and a quick jump back?
Nicely done. They're so ready for these swap silence plays.
They've got to be. We've seen how deadly they've been so far from Spirit.
And they keep just checking, scouting the vision, reducing it. So there now Gladiators is, I mean, down to what, 2 defensive wards on their side up top. Very limited vision. Yotaro he's just getting bigger and bigger. The rate that you can farm on this TB compared to Gyro when he's been slowed down is incomparable. And Scotty timing, that'll probably be the big go one, right? Because then you're playing versus the range core. You just keep your distance, you're super tanky.
Yeah, there's no chance of Gaming Gladiators bursting you.
No,
and even if there was, you've got numerous ways of being saved.
The ward up top, Dyrachyo, they still do have that one, so they will at least see Spirit, so Dyrachyo's going to survive. They're setting up a counter gank. Quinn still no
Got to
blink.
find something with this Gaming Gladiators. They cannot afford for this move to go wrong.
How do they start the fight, though? With Quinn without a blink, like, Celery just has to walk in and root. Tofu doesn't have a spell stolen. Things do not feel good for them to just force a fight there. And Spirit looks like prepping maybe for the bottom side, Roshan. It's going to be 50 seconds or 40 seconds until it swings.
Yeah, looks like Spirit sort of read that Gaming Gladiators would have been setting up for such a move. They back off from the top. Play towards the bottom, maybe seeing if they could have caught out Ace whilst alone. But Ace also backs away as soon as Spirit disappear off the top half of the map.
They're playing it careful, right? They're not taking the risks where they're diving tier 2s or anything like that. They're just playing very cautious, just looking for these,
Ace,
these swap plays.
Has to keep his distance, and he is. He's playing it cool here, Ace. In a very scary area of the map. But
10 seconds.
Ace, he's a step ahead, won't be caught by this.
10 seconds, Roche. It's going to swing down. If they want to look to go for it with the Venge and the TB, they can very soon. They're actually going to look to take the fight. Yotaro, he feels like he just wants to kill Dyrachyo.
He's trying to close the gap.
Can he get there?
But any other way of getting in onto this Gyro, not looking like it.
He's got the Scotty timing, so he's probably making the call. Guys, let's just fight whenever we want. Funny seeing a TB being the one to kind of start the gank, though. That was kind of cute.
That's how strong he feels at this point.
Don't blame him.
Make these aggressive moves running at them and has no fear. Even if Gaming Gladiators were to respond with the 5 of them, with those TPs coming through, Miposhka would have been more than ready with a swap.
Yeah. And speaking of Miposhka, I believe that is his Solar Crest finish. Yeah, Solar Crest is done. On the opposing side, Celery, he doesn't, I mean, he's about to, okay? He's got the medallion just finished up, so. More and more amp ups for this TB, and he's going to have Alacrity too. It's level 4 Exort, so double Forge Spirits online also
Ace,
for Laurel.
He has got BKB.
Okay,
We'll probably need to pop it and run. And indeed, there's the BKB, turns around with a roar. He's thinking about getting back in aggressively on towards Miposhka, wants to play aggressive. The rest of Gaming Gladiators are starting to swing across, but the swap's there. BKB comes towards an end. Miposhka will go down.
A little awkward.
The Gaming Gladiators find anything more with this one. Cooldown's not going to catch on to Collapse. Collapse able to step out into the trees. The backup's here from Spirit.
Here's Yotaro.
And now Gladiators themselves might be in trouble. Dyrachyo, of course, he does not have BKB yet at this point. Definitely blast into the Mystic Flare. Dyrachyo's out. Collapse closes the gap in onto Celery. The HS Seal's caught Tofu. They've lost 2. They're going to lose 3. There's no escape for Celery as he gets swiped down by Collapse.
There's just nothing to touch Yotaro. There is just absolutely no answer for him. Collapse also, too. He takes a bit of damage, and he's just fine to be able to charge forward. Quinn might still get caught down here.
No, surely not.
They were pinging him.
Yeah,
they knew.
They knew where he's at, but Quinn will TP away, and we'll see it again. I mean, Miposhka, he knows that this is going to be a very suicidal swap, but he also knows that if he can bait Gaming Gladiators into taking a fight, maybe Gaming Gladiators forget that they're in a tough spot, and indeed they do. They get destroyed.
This could have even been worse. The missile actually hitting onto Collapse there. I think he would have just charged through and probably got aced as well, too, there, so maybe Gaming Gladiators getting a little bit lucky there that they didn't lose absolutely everybody, but yeah, they lose quite a lot anyway.
Super tough at this point to try and take a fight where you get the Gyro involved right now. Dyrachyo, he knows that this game's in such a tough situation. He wants to turn up to these team fights, but when it's a game where there's an Invoker on the other side that's popping off as much as he's doing, it's so hard to play your hand without the BKB done. So we'll see if Gaming Gladiators can make some sort of space and time for Dyrachyo to get that completed. He's just an Ogre Club in right now. Still needs a lot of time to finish that BKB.
And then he solves only one little problem, right? He'll be like, okay, now I can actually like deal with the Invoker spells, but then there's this TB that how does he get to?
Now look at towards Lyle.
And they get this catch.
But the Roar, Lyle, pretty on his own, and they've got him.
Kill.
Ace.
Ace has to be that X factor,
Can
but
the
now
two of them get out of this collapse? He'll close the gap onto Tofu. Tofu has got Dyrachyo's by his side, and Quinn and Ace, they're turning straight towards Miposhka. They'll find him in the tree line. Double kill for Ace. Jump forward now over towards Collapse, but the BKB's there. Collapse will back off underneath the tier 1 tower, but
big kill.
I mean, we've seen Ace do it before in games where Gaming Gladiators have struggled, very much being the driving force behind a good old comeback from Gladiators. In this game, starting to show some small signs of that. Sets up very nicely. It's a big kill, putting an end to Lyle's game. That's the first time they've managed to bring down the Invoker.
Massive kill. He's got Blink now. So now they actually do have like simultaneous initiations. Quinn is still absolutely struggling, but baby steps. And I think that's what Game Gladiators got to hope for here.
Can Ace do it? Yeah, second highest net worth in the game here on the Beastmaster.
Yeah, Toro's still going to be that. Yeah, we'll see how they try to answer him because he's just the speed that he's getting.
And back in action. He's come straight onto the map on towards the bottom lane. Duracho is trying to farm out this way, but Duracho is completely alone. Completely alone here. Swapped back by Maposhka. No chance of escape.
Oh, Yatoro's like, let me get the last hit. He's running in. Isn't quite able to set up for it. 40 seconds, no gyro. Roche, they're right in the area there if they want to. They have a minute till it swaps around though, so we'll say Celery looking to set up some vision. They can't quite. All right, they're just gonna commit for it. They should kill it in time.
They take it super easy.
Yeah, solo crest and all the buff ups. He doesn't have to pop meta.
Has been scanned, but yeah, without the gyro.
All right,
not really a chance.
Is this your moment?
Maybe you could go for a steal or something, but Quinn, he's nowhere near.
No.
Ace
do actually find another one.
Ace is doing his best here. He's really doing his best to recover this game.
Ace and Toph. That's a huge kill. Ace now top 2 net worth, level 18.
Could Ace do it? On his Beastmaster, as I say, he's done it before. We have been in series in games like this, where Gladiators, they've suffered across the board in the lanes, and then suddenly Ace and his Beastmaster turn it around.
Can Ace handle it all, though? That's going to have to be the question. Will he be able to handle all 3 of these cores when Yatoro's this big? It's going to be quite a feat, but it would be an incredible one if he's able to. Duracho, how is he doing on this BKB? All right, 700 away. He desperately needs it. Celery. Max Leech Seed is good. He's all right.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they'll get this push going.
4 Mud Golem stuns, right? They just all throw it at him and kill him. That would be pretty hype. Tormentor. Spirit. We're going to just take this one away. Who's going to get it? It's a good one. It's a real good one. And the full butterfly is complete. So BKB is done for Duracho, but as we said, realms away from having anything to address this terrible.
Well, he's still a little bit off it.
Is he still off it?
Yeah.
Did he buy something else? I thought he had it finished. Okay. I'm still a little bit off. You're right.
But he's basically there. Should have it for the next fight.
And oh, look at that pickup. So now they're getting some Lincolns, it looks like. Not only to address, of course, versus this Primal Roar, but versus like any of these type of like disables and little small ones from the Rubik.
This could be pretty painful. If they're able to strike Duracho whilst he's like 100 gold off his BKB.
Oh my god, that would be devastating.
That's going to hurt. They're going to be able to pick themselves up a haste streak. Duracho, he's about 70 gold off. He's going to have the money. So at the least we'll be able to buy it up. But may not have it on him if before this opportunity that Team Spirit find. Tofu,
he takes it.
He's going to tank it.
Good boy. Good job, Tofu. Wait, Duracho's running in.
Yeah, it's not been delivered yet. Now it has. Now it has, so he can be a bit more aggressive.
Duracho's like, I'll just throw a missile for you. You know, man, I got you.
BKB done.
Push commencing. I mean, BKB, but look at his damage. It's pretty pathetic still on this gyrocopter.
Yeah, 6k difference between him and Chitoro.
He needs the next item. Ace cannot do this on his own. He's trying, though. Trying his damnedest. Almost as Shiva's now finished up onto Ace.
He is super farm.
No, he still is very big.
Just you consider sort of the overall way this game's gone for the two teams. The fact that Beastmaster, Ace is in this position in this game is pretty insane.
Yeah, especially because like his support also. Like sometimes it's, Ace and Tofu play off each other a lot. Tofu had no game, right? 14 minutes, he just hits level 6 or something like that. So yeah, Ace definitely putting in the work still.
Oh, he is. And he's the highest level in the game by quite a significant amount. He's just hit level 20.
I saw he was 19, but wow, okay, yeah. I mean, solo kills, right? Those big kills onto the core is definitely making a big difference, so.
Oh, Quinn?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, that's almost like a solo kill for Mira, pretty much.
Yeah, it could have been. But, all right. Quinn, he's having a rough one.
He's having a real rough one.
Duracho, he's going to have to pop it. The BKB, surely. Actually, no, never mind. They don't have detection on these two. The Glimmer will get him up to high ground. He is still forcing himself to high ground. Now the BKB will come out from Duracho. Does not want to risk the chance of getting caught by any sort of further control. Has to BKB and back off to the fountain.
Okay, meta was used, so if they can back away and play elsewhere, could be decent there for Gaming Gladiators. But look at Spirit. They see Ace for a quick second.
They want to cut Ace off.
They want him.
He is the target right now. He does have BKB. He's trying to try and get something off, but he's going to get caught by the MP. Now plus the BKB to run. Oh, links up. TP as well. Tornado, not going to catch him. He's
And
out.
he's out. What?
I mean, Ace, dude, this is the definition of 1v5ing here from Ace, honestly, it feels like, this game.
Collapse tried everything there, too. He did, like, the Beast Dispel, right? He dispelled with the uproar to remove the Boar Slow, but Ace switched the targets onto him. I can't believe he survives there. Buys some time. How's that meta? Yeah, meta is off now. Yatoro is going to look to play down bottom. Aditi down bottom.
Okay. Tofu.
Oh, Pushka, he is deep.
Should be an easy one here for Gladiators. And Yatoro's going to turn up.
Gonna get trades.
For Tofu, Ace, he's going to lose a fair bit of his health there to the Sunder. Golden Sunder from Tofu is able to bring Yatoro back down pretty low response, but of course Yatoro's still got the Aegis.
Duraccio.
Aegis will be popped, so will Duraccio. They've lost their gyro, and almost certainly going to lose some more here as well. Ace tries to turn with the Raw, turns towards Tofu, but now, with just him and the Rubik left, there's no further damage to be done. Tofu will turn with the stolen grab over towards Yatoro. A collapse, he'll get in on top of Ace. Yatoro finishing off Tofu, and now they'll turn over towards Ace and Quinn. Ace getting low, but finally falls. Collapse tramples him out of the game.
Quinn?
Can he jump back in? It doesn't look like it.
He might have
still got too much HP.
I mean, Yatoro's going to catch him off guard. He does see him with the Sentry. He's all right. Is he?
Collapse makes some sort of move here. Ooh, tries to, but the jump to the orb will not complete.
Okay.
Quinn plays it safe, keeps his distance.
Duraccio, though, again, the BKB was still on cooldown from earlier, so he walks in and actually does absolutely nothing in the fight.
I must have only just been still on. He probably was up pretty shortly.
I think it had, when I checked, it was 11 seconds,
11
I think, when he was dying or so, yeah. I mean, that fight, though, was Yatoro without meta also. So it's like gaming's trying to force something big because that meta's down, and Yatoro just walks in, he's able to clean up. You know, Miposhka, he dies, but he actually did an excellent job just walking in and forcing the fight.
It does feel like so many times, you know, Miposhka is just one of those supports where most of his deaths in most of his games feel like pretty good deaths.
Pretty damn good ones. Especially if you're playing Venge.
Yep.
That's your job. As long as you get like one spell off or something, even half the time if you don't, it's still fine.
And what we got from Ace going for after the Shiva's guy, he's going for the Hex.
Okay. I mean,
the item that you get if you're trying to carry the game.
He needs to
get
just
that
do
set up.
As big as possible things that he can.
Yep.
Quinn now has a Lincoln, so has some type of protection, but Quinn still has to be a little careful how he's toying around here.
He's going for this.
Mira's here. Oh my god, Quinn's crazy. Oh my god, he jumps forward even.
Into the lane, but there's no vision upon him there. We'll be fine.
He'll be alright. So has Lincoln's at least to protect himself a little bit, but they still do have quite a bit of ways to be able to break it.
All right, and Ace actually he steps back for the box rather than getting the Hex completed.
And Ace has to BKB.
BKB and Raw. Get out of this one.
It's a meta used by Yatoro, but he's set up around the tower, so this one's very valuable.
What we're seeing on the Roshan timer, just a minute
Left.
until potential Roshan respawn, so Team Spirit can hold out for that.
I missed watching Yatoro terribly. I don't know why it feels like it's been a while for me to watch it. It's just a classic.
4-0-8.
Flawless. They've just made most of this game look so damn comfortable for themselves. All their movements, all their ward vision. I mean, the ward vision is something I actually really want to talk about in particular, because that early 15 minutes when I was looking, I'm like, where do they actually, like every movement is spotted because they had that ward right there where we're looking on the map and the one that's placed up in the jungle too. They just had all info, and again, now they have all the wards everywhere again too, so yeah, crazy information that Spirit's been able to set themselves up with. And I feel like that's one of my usual highlights for Miposhka, besides, you know, the sacrificial deaths. This guy's the Warden King. Gaming with pretty much zero vision on the map now left. And Spirit have tabs on every single lane, every single place that GG can try to come out on. Ace steps out for a quick second, same for Duraccio. I believe that's going to be spotted almost immediately. So we'll see what Spirit looks to do with that info.
Celery.
Spotted.
Not going to be receiving any help here.
No. It's bound to happen when you're all so split up. Like, there's not really many places for you to go on the map.
Oh, he's dancing around them.
Okay, gotta make him work for it. Oh, quite a bit for it.
And they'll still get him. He's trying to buy as much space and time as he can for the rest of his team to keep on hitting the creeps. You know, get that chance for Drescher to get his MKB done. He is closing in on it. A few hundred gold away from the MKB, but of course still yet to have any form of lifesteal online.
Still worried how he gets into the fight to actually hit anybody, hit the Terrorblade in particular. It just feels like if he is in that position, he's likely just going to die to the Terrorblade. So, even though he is starting to get that damage item, the continued concern for Dyrachyo.
Nice to put the Lincolns and follow up with the Ancient Seal.
Collapse.
Won't quite. Oh, that won't collapse. He's in time. Closes the gap and is able to follow up with the ult.
Seal Totem into Blink. Coin didn't see that coming.
These Seal Totems, these Tumblr's toys, Team Spirit closing gaps this whole game.
Very true, very true.
Between the two of them, between Collapse and Miposhka. Just that little extra something that can catch even the best team in the world off guard.
And Roche, pretty much the exact, you know, they had 1 minute to do it last time. Looks like they're going to have about 1 minute to do it, and they're going to be able to bring it down very quick.
They're cruising here, Spirit.
I believe that
again on the replay. Quinn, he's been playing around this area for quite a while, and he's gotten away with quite a lot down here.
I'm just looking at that mini-map, though. Look at Collapse. He's just waiting, and look at the north side. Whoop. Picture perfect.
Perfectly in sync with one another, Team Spirit.
They're having it. They're having a blast.
It's got to feel fantastic for them. Turning up and in this first game, just completely annihilating Gaming Gladiators. This one, outside of Ace, it's not looking close, Fog.
It's not close at all, really, besides Ace, right? It's been pretty much flawless execution from Spirit. I'm like struggling to find where they made really any mistakes in this one, right? It's maybe them getting picked off from Ace, but you could give that, you know, the merit to Ace, where he's able to find the opportunities to get those pickoffs, those small, like 1 or 2 that he found on Collapse. Yeah, Spirit, beautiful display today. And on to this push. Fully buffed up Terrorblade. I believe it's Max Exort now also on Laurel. He's got a Hex also. Quinn has even more things that he has to worry about. And you haven't had enough damage to really bring down most of these cores. Now they each have like a really good way to protect themselves. A Cheese on Laurel, the Aegis on Yatoro, and Collapse, I mean, he's just been soaking spells, so. And I think he has a heart.
Pretty much, yeah, just needs the Vit booster, right?
Yeah, I think he's got it done, pretty much. So he's gonna be at what? Like near like 5k HP, something like 4,500-ish, whatever. Super high HP still.
Let's see if Gaming Gladiators are ready for the high ground defense.
Yep. Yeah, this time the thing is that there's no Warlock, like you said, right? So there's no Fatal Bonds onto some tanky core killing a carry.
Yeah, there isn't any sort of crazy outburst of insane damage.
Yeah, there's no huge explosive damage, really. It's gonna be gradual that comes out from gaming.
Got to do that through an Aegis and through a Cheese and through a potential swap save.
And he's just shredding these buildings. And look, I'm just watching Miposhka. He is ready, going for this swap. Dyrachyo. Hex.
They're going to get outside of the base. He's caught in the Mystic Flare. It's a lot of damage and he's gone.
Deleted.
Not able at all to get his BKB off. Dyrachyo's out of the game. Same to be said for Quinn. Neither of them with buyback. This one, it may just be over, Fog.
Might be done and dusted. These swaps, tough to even know who to give MVP on Team Spirit because they all just played so damn well. Miposhka swaps on point, but everybody kind of did their job. What a performance.
What a shake-up and a bit of a wake-up call, I think, for Gaming Gladiators this first game. They probably felt pretty good getting the first pick Gyro through, but they will not feel pretty good after this game one. This was rough on all fronts, really.
From lanes
I mean, Ace
to
could probably
mid-game.
come out with his head held high a little bit. He did his best. As good as he could in this sort of game, but everything else just got completely smashed.
30 seconds. I don't think they're going to get the fight.
I don't think so. Team Spirit looking absolutely fantastic in this game one. Gaming Gladiators, nothing to stop this.
Ace is like, I'll take
They're
the kill.
throwing out the ult.
I'll take the last kill of the game.
He'll pad up his KDA a little bit, but yeah, this one was over and it was for quite some time.